Carol, tell me about the queuing system in Britain.
The queuing system in Britain. Difficult one, that. Where does one start? Well, you've got the checkout queue, you've got the post office queue, you've got the queuing for trains, you've got the queuing for buses, and you've got queuing for virtually everything. Now, Brits do it. They stand in a line, one after the other. Fine, nothing wrong with that. But bus stops. Now, in the olden days, like in the 60s and 70s, you used to get a bus stop and you'd form a line. There's the bus stop, and you'd form a line behind it, and the people would come and they would wait. They'd get onto the bus when it came, pay the man the fare, and that was that. They'd sit down. Not now, no. You get a bus shelter and you get a seat on the bus shelter sometimes, not all the time, but you get the old Dorises sitting down on there and they just go and sit there. And then you get normal people that maybe aren't quite so old, and they, like myself, stand in a queue behind, and then you get the youngsters. Now the ones that I've found, they come and stand behind as well. But no, the old Dorises that are sitting on the chair that may have come 2 seconds before the bus comes, and as soon as the bus comes, which in my case is an empty bus, boom, they're off. They're up and out and standing there with their passes ready to go. And then I remember one lady say, excuse me, I was here before you. Oh yes, but I have difficulty getting up. She said, not much bloody difficulty. She said, the way you ran down there to the bus. She said, for God's sake, she said, it's a 74-seater. You can sit anywhere. So of course I just sit there and listen to this all and think, for goodness sake, for the sake of a couple of seconds. And then you've got the younger generation who stand and wait, at least the ones I've seen, just stand and wait and on they get. And that's the bus queue. That would never have happened in the 70s. You'd have been lynched if you'd run in the 70s to jump on. Post office queue. Thank you very much, Mr. Post Office, whoever you are, for now having the wheelie system. Because you know and I know that you get into the wrong queue. You think you've got gates open 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then you're bound to stand in the wrong one. You get the old Dorises with their pensions in the old days. They're there for hours. Then you get matey with his 8 cars that he's got to tax, and you only want a blinking stamp. So thank you. I'd just like to say thank you, God, for having the wheelie system with the post office. That's a lot better. Now, shall we talk about checkouts? You are talking to an ex-checkout team leader and manager. Now, in my store, it was a very large supermarket, one of the top ones, and you had 36 checkouts. Now, because of budgeting and because of times of day and seasonal and what have you, because it was on the south coast, you didn't have every single checkout open at one time because there was no need. There was no, it's bad planning. So when it's busier, now busy times obviously are lunch times, seasonal times, when you've got the kids coming down with their mums and dads, bucket and spades, you have more checkouts open. But what used to annoy me was you had as many checkouts as you could open, and then you've got everybody standing in a queue, and I'm standing there, trying to help everyone with questions and queries and what have you. You get, oi, are you going to open any more checkouts? And I look over and I say, well, not at the moment. No, why not? Look at the queue, look at the queue. And I say, well, if you tell me you were coming in, I'd have got somebody to come in and just open up for you. I said, this is unusual. So I used to say to them, I haven't got cashiers in a drawer. I can't just open the drawer or the cupboard up and get them out and then put them back when we don't need them. So I think a better system should be done with checkouts, but I know through experience that you can't do the wheelie system in a supermarket, not in a big one anyway. But that's it really. That's just me and the queuing system. So thank you very much, and I hope you'll all be queuing up to see me again. Cheers, bye.